Marko, frustrating now. What are your overall thoughts on the game?
I thought that we started off second best. I think that they started better than us. We got away with one or two moments in the game. We ended up going too long, and we didn't get that that sort of fluidity in any way, shape or form until the shape changed. And I think to go a goal down so soon after half time from another set play, and then a second one from another set play, we've gone big today to try and combat that, but also within doing that, it took away a little bit of our identity, I think. And I think in the second half, when the changes were made, I thought we were much better, and we gave a real good account of ourselves, as we have done for a lot of the season. But you're still disappointed to come out on the wrong end of results. Bitterly disappointed with this one. I think the referees made a decision to send Pirro off. He's misplaced a pass, and it's a bad pass to give away when you're the last man anyway. They break away. All right, he brings Bamford down. Bamford gets up and starts waving an imaginary yellow card. I'm sure that's against the rules. Nothing happens. Pirro gets sent off. You hold your hands up if that's the decision. That's the decision. I still think Rigo's recovering back in, and it's on the halfway line. He's got a long way to go. And then on the flip side of it, we get an opportunity. Cross comes into the penalty area for Robert Bosnić, gets kicked in the face, and anywhere else on the pitch, that is a free kick. He's in the penalty area, so you'd expect a penalty from it. We got nothing from it, and that can be a disappointment, because it just baffles me at times. But it's difficult to take. We've lost another game, and it's really difficult. But the second half, we were much more like ourselves. It was more like our DNA when we attacked, and the supporters could get behind something. Whereas in the first half, that wasn't the case. But I think chances that we had more opportunities. We created more in the second half than we did in the first half. It still wasn't perfect, but we worked really hard to try and create things, and that's hopefully we can take that on in the next game, which is only a couple of days away.
How challenging a situation is it at the moment, do you feel?
Well, it's always challenging. That doesn't change, but the challenge changes because you end up with less numbers than you had before, and probably less quality, because we've got players missing through injury, through international appearances, and through their injuries that they sustained. And talking about Lewis Baker, you miss Lewis Baker because he's got the quality, and he's got the ability to unlock things. He's got ability to score, to create. So of course you miss him, but like I said, this is the same group of players that got us into top position in this division earlier on this season. So whilst it is disappointing that we're still in 10th place, I think that we've shown in the second half, sort of after we conceded, so it's really difficult, because the last half an hour I thought we were much better, but it's too little too late then. Giving 2 goals away from set plays is really disappointing. And I'm flat. I think it's because you come out and it's difficult to talk after a defeat. It's another defeat. Part of the performance was good, part of the performance was poor. We've got to get that back to being much better for the 90 minutes and start picking points up again.
As difficult as it is at the moment, how do you kind of look back on 2025 as a year and the progress that's been made?
Look, it has been incredible. It was only a few weeks ago we were talking about how significant that progress is. At the moment, we're slipping down the division, and we've not picked points up, and enough points up in the last sort of 9 games. So that's another disappointment. So we've got to get that right. And like I said, there has been and is a tangible difference. But it's difficult for me to talk about that on the back of defeat. So we've got to start winning, picking things up, and then people will start to get that belief. And I'm not just talking about supporters, I'm talking about the players themselves, because they're a little bit flat in the dressing room after that defeat. They know as well as I do that it's difficult when you concede from goals from set plays or in any way, shape or form. You know, 2 more set play goals against us is very disappointing, and I thought we were good value for at least a point today, even after those poor goals.